think I remember what I'm talking about right now. Let's see, habit stacking, negative experiences, atomic habits. All right, all right. Habit stacking. Gonna start off with this actually because it's really, really, really important stuff. Habit stacking is where you already have one habit in place, a habit, right? Not you don't have to think about it at all, right? It's already habitually happening, right? And you have on the other hand something you want to make a habit, right? So you take the thing that's already a habit, and then after that thing is done habitually, right? You didn't have to think about it. You take this other thing, lay it on top of it, right? So accomplish the habit, and then start bringing the thing that you want to be a habit and layer it on top of the first habit, right? That's habit stacking, right? The goal is to build a new habit with it. And where this comes in with negative experiences, and actually, before I get there, something really valuable about negative experiences is that they happen often, right? You can't avoid them. They're going to happen every day in a lot of different ways, right? So it's on you to see that this is the world we live in, right? You're going to get taxed for being a human. Mother Nature's going to put the human tax on you. Just for being alive, something kind of stupid or bad is going to happen to you because you're human. That's okay. So, where does habit stacking come in? What do we do with these negative experiences? I'm saying that's a good thing. How do you make a negative experience a good thing? Well, with habit stacking, right? The first habit that we have is a negative response to whatever bad thing happens, right? That's a habit, right? Even if you could say, like, I didn't really do anything, I just felt a way, but it's some emotional cycle that you're kind of lost in, stuck in. So if somebody does something stupid, you're going to get angry about it, right? So that's the habit. Somebody does something stupid, you respond angrily, right? So, or even, somebody does something stupid and you get sad. um, and with the habit stacking idea, right? Those negative responses, that's the habit, right? So you can reliably be in a moment where you're like, okay, I feel negative, right? And it's in those moments that we bring in the new habits, the new things we're trying to build here, right? And from my perspective, there's a couple things you can do here. Definitely, first thing you'd want to do is stop, mindfully recognize, what you're going through. Just be like, this feels like it sucks, but try not to let it grip you around and control you as much as it could, right? So, already by stacking on this awareness to this bad habit, you're doing something that shaves it down, whittles it down just a little bit, little by little, right? And then the other part of this habit stacking idea with these negative emotions is to do one of a couple things, maybe even all of them. So this is what I do, right? So first, I observe it, right? I just see the feeling, right, for what it is and not let it grip me, right? And then I can either challenge it somehow, be like, this is not how I want to feel, but this is how I want to feel. What little baby step can I do to start feeling this way? For me personally, I do visualizations. I'm like, all right, distance from here, see myself acting or being or having the quality that I want to have instead, right? So negative thing happens, create distance, eyes on the prize. This is the formula here. And what this does too is, visualization. You're like, how much is this really going to help me? Again, it's going to get that little 1% gain when these negative things happen. And then eventually comes a point where life's going to put you to the test. And these little 1% gains give you an opportunity to face a beast head on. And if you take that challenge on correctly and you succeed, you're not going to get a 1% gain. You're going to get 8%, 10%, You're going to get a bigger gain from it, and you're going to be like, okay, I don't feel like I'm faking this as much. I've proved it physically in a way that I am acting in accordance or in alignment with whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. And then, so we have the observe it, just to create distance. We have the ability to challenge it, to kind of start building on the more interesting self or the more desired self that we want to have. And this next one is pretty similar to challenging it, but just having a virtue in mind. So say you get angry or you get sad, and instead of again letting it grip you, if you have say patience in mind, right? You're like, oh, this is a difficult situation that I'm in, whatever, blah blah blah. But if you have patience, eyes on the prize of patience, then you can be like, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna feel great about this right now or tomorrow, but I trust that it's gonna ease, and it's gonna ease a little bit more than if time was just healing all wounds in itself. You're adding a little bit more intention with the patience, right? Or even moderation too. Something I think about with being mindful of moderation in hard moments is especially there's gonna be times where you're like, I'm feeling like this again, like this kind of similar thing happened, like I thought I grew out of feeling like small in this kind of situation, right? What's going on here? But I say with the idea of moderation, you stack this virtue on top of the negative feeling, you can kind of start seeing like, okay, I want to moderate how consistently this situation comes up in my life. I want to moderate how often I respond like this, right? So doing the virtue or challenging the negative experience somehow, it gives you a lot more control, right? It keeps you from being just gripped and bullied and tossed around by this negative feeling and this negative experience, and it gives you gives you actually control, a sense of ability, a sense of power, a sense of actually being able to build on yourself in a way that you're like, yes, like, please, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to feel like this. I want to build it into this. There we go. That's the idea. Reflect on it. Make use of it.